and welcome to Daytime Talk After Dark. My name is Al Jackson, but that is unimportant. What is important is that I am joined by Tori, who's headed to the Bay.
The Bay.
When's the last time you hung out in
Which
San
we want to
Francisco?
specify which bay? Like
The San Francisco
Tampa.
Bay.
Is that green?
Yeah, Green Bay.
Green.
That's funny.
Yeah.
San Francisco. Gonna go visit my oldest, bestest friend in the world.
What's your favorite?
How old is she?
Oh, yeah.
She's my age.
Okay.
She's not old. She's like since pre-K.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was more of a defense of your age
Yeah.
than her.
Yeah,
She's like
totally
actually
was.
really young.
She's super spry.
Yeah, she's moving around. People still hit on her. Tori, what's something that you will not leave San Francisco without doing?
I mean, I guess getting a sourdough bowl with,
Ooh.
I do like that
You're
at the
gonna go to the
pier,
wharf?
at the wharf, But she lives in a very like really nice area, and so I think we're gonna go to like a nice. She wants to do karaoke.
Ooh.
Okay. That's what rich people do?
I don't know.
It's probably in her house.
No,
You're going to go
we're
out
going somewhere.
amongst
Yeah,
the
to a dive
masses?
bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go slum it up with the people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that how Cinderella started? Which one of them is it where they like go down and they meet like the prince and he makes like 30 grand and she's like, oh, I'm the princess. But which one is that? Where
What
the
do you
princess goes and mixes with the proletariat and falls in love
You
with
mean at the ball?
I don't know. I don't follow
Okay,
those
so
stories.
Cinderella was made to sweep the cinders of the ashes of the fireplace
Mhm.
and clean house, and they were all mean to her. That's why she's Cinderella, because she would get
Right,
the cinders.
Oh.
And then she was able to go to the ball because of 3 magical mice, and they made her a dress. And when she goes, she runs down the stairwell, and her high heel gets dropped. Remember this?
I think we
Yes.
all know the story of
Okay,
Cinderella.
I'm sorry.
I don't.
And then
I know the premise.
and then the prince goes and tries to look at everybody's feet
Yeah, it's got a
to
foot
see.
fetish.
Yeah, he's got a foot thing. It is weird.
Yeah.
It's super weird when you think about it.
Yeah, and it's Cinderella.
What do you think about all these stories that they were written by people that were on or under mushrooms? I heard Alice in Wonderland. Whoever
Oh,
wrote that.
That's
definitely.
Carol.
Yeah,
Lewis
Carroll was
Carol.
Like
definitely-
if you think about them, like after you've done these kinds of drugs,
Probably happy.
yeah, but just like the
The
weird, like the
Jabberwocky.
clock is talking and he's having a Earl Grey tea with me.
The
It's
Mad
like,
Hatter.
yeah, that's more in a creative mind.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's how you get the rabbit hole. That's why it's called the rabbit hole.
Oh,
Yeah.
you go. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. All right, Michael Dean, you are preparing for a party this weekend. Tell everybody what's the biggest pain in the ass when planning for a party.
That's a really good question. I have a lot of like food issues in terms of like I'm not a cook. I don't like to cook. So like figuring out a menu, putting together something for people to eat, that always freaks me out. The other thing is I have just like baseline high anxiety, like and a lot of social anxiety. So I always freak out about, are my guests going to have fun? Or is there enough stuff for them to do? Like I created this
You have a treasure hunt.
I created this whole like murder mystery treasure hunt
Yeah.
because I was afraid that people were going to come
Oh.
over for my Halloween party and there wasn't going to
Just
be
stand around.
There wasn't going to be shit to do. So
I
I was
see.
like,
It's a great idea. You're
Yeah.
gonna be there. People, I'm so mad. I'm not gonna be there. You're gonna have the best time.
The only time that you have those questions is when you don't have a ton of drugs for your guests.
right. Well,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then,
Because obviously there's not going to be
There's
any
no
drugs.
Coke,
Shout out.
yeah.
Yeah, but if there was going to be drugs, do you never go? Are people going to have fun?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
It's just like, how do I get these people out of my house? It's 10 a.m.
Yeah.
You got to go.
There's no treasure hunt when there's
Yeah.
Coke.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
I wanted to put on horror movies on the TVs throughout the house.
Yes.
Smart.
What would you suggest are good ones? They were just gonna be on mute. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
just for like
yeah.
visual
Jamie Lee Curtis, the one Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I mean,
Psycho. Psycho's not bad.
The Ring I thought would be kind of
The
good
Ring's
that's
great.
like
They come out like
Yeah,
that. That's great.
freaky.
The Ring was really scary.
yeah. So it's like, I think the question, and Tori brought up a good one. If it's to watch, like if you were going to say, we have a room in our house that's going to constantly just be playing a scary movie, you can duck in there, there's going to be sound.
Right.
Then I would say The Ring or something like that. But I think the 80s aesthetic to horror movies, the
Yeah.
first couple
Chainsaw
Nightmare on Elm
Massacre.
Street, yeah,
Ooh.
That's
they
a good
look
one.
kind of campy and they're kind of funny
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, The Ring is like that could throw somebody off when they're having some wine. So I think it's, if you're gonna go no sound, I say 80s retro and just kind of like let people kind of
Nightmare.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
yeah.
Nightmare on Elm
Okay.
Street's good.
Good.
You know, if you rub a dog's top of their ears, it's like getting them high.
I
Yeah.
heard that. I keep, I do that with Hank a lot.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to really respond.
Oh, really?
I don't know. He likes the deep ear scratch.
Oh.
Mm,
Okay, that's really boring.
that was it. That's all right. Well, Michael Dean, let's get to our first question of the day. Let's do it.
Well, can we talk about this the feels dating scenario. So I came across this in USA Today, and these are group gatherings for people who feel like dating is broken.
Which is a lot of people.
Right. This is a dating scenario. People gather. They're kind of pre-screened, but they are gathered together in dark rooms. And there's like, chairs set up, and they employ various, quote, touch-based techniques aimed at getting participants to learn more about themselves, chip away at their defenses, and maybe just make falling in love along the way. So
you're in the dark and you're just touching each other.
Right. And so
isn't that called a grope room?
Well, so this is kind of interesting.
A boring grope room.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Apparently the level 2 ones, and these happen all over. It's now nationwide. But for $200 per person.
$200.
So people are pre-screened, and they're like 4 set matches, and they pick who's going to be with them, except the last one you get to kind of choose. It's like a wild card. And basically what each pairing kicks off with a discussion of a prompt. So these are not like, what do you do or where are you from? Instead they are, and this is another quote, where in your life do you currently feel like you're in the depths?
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that means
either. If somebody
either.
said that to me, I would just stand up and walk away. I wouldn't even say anything. I wouldn't even like say something smug or like, oh, I can use this in a bit. I would be like, Al, you were in the wrong place. Are we at the point where, like, in order to date, they have to physically attach you to somebody and tell you what to say?
Yeah, because everyone's on their phone. No one has any idea of what to have a conversation about.
So
I have a question. Are they touching breasts?
No. So I guess that then, wait, hold on. I have to get back to what comes after you do these prompts. The other example is, what's something you're grateful to have learned from your parents, and what's something you've had to unlearn from your parents.
While you're touching someone?
No. And then these are the prompts. And then afterwards, an exercise follows each discussion. In one, pairs gaze into each other's eyes for a minute on end. In another, they finger trace each other, which involves...
Trace is doing a lot of work in that sentence. Carrying a ton of weight.
Which involves...
Okay.
It's gently gliding your finger over the other's body.
Yeah, we know what a finger trace is.
I didn't.
You don't know what it's like this.
Oh, that would give me like when your shoulder blades. I'd be like, oh.
I love it.
There's also they hold each other in long embraces. Now, of course, there's consent in this, and
and you don't know the person.
No, they're
strangers.
You just sign up, and it's like a dating, but this is like,
what it reminds me of?
Dating based on touch.
It's like Japan, when they have the loneliness cafes and you go and sit with people and strangers and just hug you.
But this is with the idea that you're going to then ask this person that you're finger tracing. Wow, that sounds really...
Yeah.
Can we never say finger trace again?
I finger trace with 2 fingers. Is that okay? I'm not saying anything about your
past. Isn't the shocker a finger tracing technique? Sorry, I only know that because of Sam.
Weird thing. You know what? It's interesting.
I think people are really lonely and missing touch.
Yes.
I'm trying to put a good spin on it.
No, I agree with that. And I think that this is coming from that desperation of like wanting a companion.
Yeah.
But I noticed this because for as much as we're making fun of this, I do like that people are making the effort to try and find a partner.
Yeah.
But I think what happened is it's harder and harder to date. And so people are spending more time by themselves, looking at videos,
TikTok.
listening to therapists tell them everything, what's wrong, how to digest what he's saying, how to break down what your partner's really saying.
Anxious attachment, avoidant attachment.
Right. Yes. What he's doing, when Al said he had to go to the bathroom 5 minutes into your date, what he's doing is reassessing. It's like, I just had to pee.
Yeah, right.
And when I noticed this, Tori, last night I was watching Married at First Sight.
Is that all you watch, dude?
The first one came
You're
on.
obsessed.
I had to watch it.
Oh my God, that's all you watch.
Every time.
Do they finger trace on that?
They
show?
don't.
Okay.
And what's weird is it seems like it's the first show I've seen in a while where like both partners of all the people they set up are like functional, attractive, normal people. No one seems to have an agenda. No one's trying to get. It's just like great picking. But even then, everybody is micro analyzing every single word, and it's making conversation stunted and weird, and it seems like everybody's just kind of waiting for their chance to talk. So they're like, well, you didn't ask me what the scariest time in my life was. you didn't ask me. I've lived abroad. You didn't even ask me about that. Like when you're genuinely having a conversation, you're thinking about the word, what the person's saying. You're not saying, well, they haven't asked me anything about myself yet. Now, after a while, you do notice. But I just think that now, do you think that we are all victims of almost too much YouTube and TikTok therapy where we are gonna splash a label on Michael Dean was fidgeting with his phone. That means he's not interested. Tori's petting a dog. That means she's channeling her energy of nervousness to the dog because she thinks I'm creepy. And it's like sometimes things just are.
Right.
And I think sometimes a little less information would really just help.
So this is not a lot of information. You're just finger tracing in the dark.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I know those questions are pretty deep.
Yeah, but like I don't want to talk about my parents when I'm being finger traced.
And especially with somebody that you're never going to see again. First of all, you're not seeing them now.
Right. It's
So-
in the dark.
Yeah.
Why is it in the dark?
Well, I think the idea is that it's not. I don't know. It's less the way it usually is. And
So it's more
about, it's
intimate?
more intimate, and I
Okay.
think the idea is that you're connecting with someone physically, not necessarily.
see.
You know, it's touch based.
Okay.
Surprise, he's a 5.
Lights come on.
Yeah, no,
That guy?
I mean, and that's a thing. I just think that there is
Yeah, this is terrible though. You're gonna hate this, Al.
okay.
They do a pre-survey screening out participants on their quote inner work journey.
What does that
The
mean?
intention of the survey is to pair people with those of similar emotional intelligence and spiritual attunement.
Yeah, atonement's wrong.
Attunement.
Yeah, it's look.
What,
So-
what would you say is your spiritual attunement?
I'm somewhat
What
I'm Buddhist. I believe I don't know.
is that what attunement means?
I don't really know. This all seems like just words you've just said.
Right? I know
Yeah.
it seems like AI came up with this.
Yeah,
and
it
then, like,
does. It does.
You know what I think it is also is like the people that would have access to this, the people that would know what spiritual attunement is, are the same people in the dating pool that you're striking out with.
Yeah, you're single.
You probably need to open up your circle. And this is where if it's 1989 and we're at a bar and I'm looking at Tori and I'm like, hey, send we back in the day, 80s drinks had names. Send a Roger Long down to the lady down there. Send a Harvey Wallbanger to the chick in the
Right.
My
blue.
dad loves Harvey
Yeah,
Wallbangers.
and you know, you give me a little hey, thanks, and I go down there and you're like, hey, I'm
Tori.
I used to be a cop, and I'd be like, oh, I'm an air traffic controller, or just like there wouldn't be this like pre-screening where like the only people in that bar are
Right.
people that are spiritually in tune,
Right.
because if you're not, you clearly have dated people that are spiritually in tune, people that can afford to go to a thing like this. You probably just need to talk to a dude. It's like, yo, I'm a door guy and I drive Uber, but you know what? I lay the pipe and I can cook like an MFer, and I'm funny and I'm quick-winded and I don't have a ton of formal education, but you know, I've written 2 books, blah, blah, blah. They're just like different kinds of people out there. But when you do something like this, even though it's well-meaning, you're going to naturally pare down into just like the 1% of regular people,
Mhm,
you know? And it's just like this, you're just going to get another guy out of there, another partner that is kind of the same thing.
Mhm.
I think you need to go to a part of town you never go to and talk to a person that maybe you would never. And even if it's not them, they probably know somebody. That was really cool. Do you have any, if you're a person going to this, do you have any friends that go to that tattoo for a living? Probably not. Maybe go see what they're talking about. I bet you they have some interesting people over there. So
Mhm.
artists,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So I
feel
don't
like
know.
this is for suckers.
Yeah, it does seem a
The whole
bit.
psycho spiritual stuff.
It just feels
starts
a
to
little
make me feel
fake.
like it's very LA.
Yeah.
But how is that going to go over in like Green Bay? Or...
Can I ask you guys something? They do say that staring at your partner's eyes
Yeah.
is like a really big deal with contact. And I have to be honest, I think that's really creepy. That they say like stare at the like Mitchell's eyes for like 2 minutes.
We've done exercises like that.
Yeah, they say it brings you like you stare at Yasar's eyes.
just
Would you
felt-
do that? Like you don't say anything, you
could.
just stare.
I could.
And you're
but-
not having sex at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be hard. That'd be really scary. I think, you know, even if I did that, I would just start thinking about something else.
Yeah.
You know,
You would think of a joke, I feel like.
or just like I'd be like, man, do I need to get my brakes done? Like, do I? Am I still making eye contact? How long is 2 minutes for real? Yeah, it's just like
Totally.
I don't know.
Totally.
you know what, if somebody I respected, if one of you guys are like, Al, I know you're gonna, whenever you guys go, Al, I know you're gonna think this is stupid, but try this. I'll make some jokes, but I'll try it.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
try it.
Should we stare at each other for
No,
okay,
no,
got it,
no,
got it, got it,
that's
got it.
terrible
Got
TV.
it, got it, got it, got it.
Yes.
Okay.
How about 2 minutes of dead air? Says our former producer Tori.
Chris Berkeley had a cow.
Oh my God, terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. But yeah, apparently if you are with your partner and you guys are looking for some meaningful connection, like a 2-minute
Finger trace.
finger.
Do you think?
It's a good band's name.
Do you think that once you don't want to have sex anymore, it's over?
Yes.
I do.
I think sex, religion, and money are important. Those three. And
I
you don't
don't-
have to have the same, but you have to have the same
I
values.
think there's lots of couples who give up having sex.
But
And
I think
that's
maybe they were both
so
okay
sad.
with that.
Sex
Yeah, I
is
totally agree
so
with you.
important.
Well, I think there are some people that
No,
are. I think there are people that are on the asexual. There's hypersexual and asexual.
And asexual is fine.
And
I knew someone who's
everything in
asexual.
between.
Yeah.
You can be asexual, and that means you want almost no sex. But what if you're a 3? You know,
Right, right.
hypersexual is a 10. That's
Right.
4 partners a day. But what if you're a 7?
Right.
You know, and I
you
think,
find
like-
your other 7.
Right.
Like, as long
Yeah.
as
Find your
you
other 7.
find
But
your
I think if you find
compatibility.
another 2,
Yeah.
and you guys are both like, we have sex on her birthday
And our
and-
anniversary.
Yeah,
And
and
that's
New
it.
Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And she's fine. I think that's perfect.
Because you're
I feel like that's
compatible
bad
that
sex,
way.
though. I'm just saying, like, if you haven't had sex in like 6 months, don't you think like, oh, you're kind of
I think if you haven't had sex in 6 months, you could go another 6. I think that's just not your thing.
Right,
I just
totally
like,
agree with you, but also like you're a little rusty. Like, no,
Do you think you lose your sexual abilities if you go for
yeah,
a little bit?
you haven't worked those muscles out. You're small, your back ain't shit no more. Yeah, you're sagging. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, it's not in
The
there.
tricep.
Yeah, you're on your elbows like you're at CrossFit.
you're like,
Yeah,
sorry.
you stop saying sexy stuff and just like complaining. I'm working my ass off over here.
Do we have any electrolytes?
Yeah.
Hand me the Pedialyte.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I do think that sex, once it's for whatever reason, if you don't desire your partner anymore, I think it's very difficult to restart it. I think you can pay all the therapists. I think you can get all the Viagra you want, or she could have all the red wine, or what your partner. I do think it's hard to look at somebody sexually, then not want them to touch you, and then turn on the sexuality again.
Apparently, if you go do an adventure, something new with each other, like rope climbing or
Right.
bungee jumping or like travel somewhere new, the emotions spark for you again.
I do kind of agree with you, Tori. Like, I think couples who are having trouble, if they can just figure out how to have sex again or start having sex again, I'd say that you could probably save a lot of money on therapy, because there's something that happens. First of all, you get all those like oxytocin,
Mhm.
all of those
Endorphins.
great chemicals, and there's a bond,
Norepinephrine.
yeah, there's the bonding experience that happens with that. And all of a sudden, like, this definitely happens with Mitchell and I. Whatever problems we had or whatever was going on beforehand, I'm like,
It's
oh,
over with
I'm,
sex.
I'm like, it's I'm
Right.
Really?
Yeah,
yeah.
Really?
it's a great way, it's a great way to avoid things, but it's also just a great way to be like, okay, well, whatever that was obviously isn't a big deal, because I'm totally in
Let's
love
get
with
it
this
out.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think you're totally on
Is that
the
a
money,
man
Michael.
saying that? 'Cause
I think it's just people, because I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier. If MD and Mitch have a problem and they can do the adult thing, the kind of thing that the people that would go to the seminar grow all the fields, what they would do is they talk it out, and they list Michael's problems and
Oy
Mitch's
vey,
problems.
smear with
And
this.
sometimes you're just like, look, dog, I'm about to take you upstairs and remind you what my MFing name is. And when you're done, you're like, I really don't care. He didn't get the dry cleaning. Everything does not have to
Right,
result
right.
in a cascading discussion that ends with a professional
what you're saying.
in
I
a
do
leather
hear what you're-
chair.
yeah, right. I hear
Sometimes
that.
like
I hear
you
that.
just need to just like knock one out and just be like, yo, I love
Well,
this person.
I'm curious, like, this is a very, I mean, from my experience, it's a very male perspective, because that's the only
perspective you
I
have. Right.
You know, also with Mitchell too, but like, was that ever a way to,
I think it
For
goes
you?
both ways. Absolutely. I think
would you return back to the subject of whatever was upsetting you before,
I think
after
I kind of
sex?
agree with what you're saying, is that if it was not a big deal, it can be moved on from.
Right. It just was like,
It's just gone. And we don't need to talk always.
Right.
We're animals, you know?
right.
You know, sometimes you need animal behavior.
And I think there's something to be said about those chemicals.
Yeah.
They really do work.
Yeah, right.
Like, think about how hot it would be if you and your partner robbed a bank. and you guys get back in the room and there's all that money in a duffel bag, you look at them like, we are about to bang on this money.
That was
Yeah.
Have you seen One Battle After Another? Because
No, I haven't seen.
There's this scene, right? Like they do this big thing at the beginning of the movie, and then
Yeah.
they just go to town.
'Cause
But
you're
you can do
feeling
that
it.
by cooking something new too.
I mean, definitely don't rob a bank. That's,
Yeah.
Like you could make a new recipe.
do
Like
you think those
I'm
Libra
just
heist
saying.
guys were like,
No, I mean, I do think that there's a line in between robbing a bank and cooking together, but I think there might be, I think like, honestly, probably even something like whitewater rafting. And
Right,
you're just
right.
like,
Like,
yo, we almost
go-
hit that rock.
Go rope climbing.
Yeah.
Apparently that does bring the excitement and back.
Do you masturbate to Fear Factor or something? You just keep bringing up there's a log climb. It's a alligator
There's a
battle.
luge.
Yeah.
the luge?
So yeah, I definitely think there's something to
Already
that, but I
sounds like-
think that there is
Oy vey.
a part of
These
our
feels.
animal being that Tori, you brought up, that I think that is constantly neglected, and I think it's neglected because you can't make money off of telling somebody to go be animals. What you make money off of is come back next week and we'll talk about how Michael continues to put his elbows on the table at dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
it's just like these microaggressions.
And you're like, put the
Right.
elbows on me,
yeah,
baby.
yeah. Come on, let's go.
Well, you know, I also think too, if it is something that's more serious, if you have sex and then talk
Totally.
about it,
Totally. It
like-
takes down
like
the temperature.
the temperature's way
Yes.
brought down. The other person is going to be super receptive to
Yeah.
whatever you have to say.
yeah.
Like all of that tension is gone.
It's
and-
also with a cup of tea you can do that.
Jesus Christ.
what, like,
Tori, you
Pouring it
are-
on the person.
No, like if you want to have a serious conversation, I read this in 17 magazine like 20 years ago. They said have it over like a cup of tea.
Who are you arguing with? Paddington the bear? What? Look, no, because if I come down and Sarah's like, I need to talk to you, if I see T, I'm like, this is going to be a long talk.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like they're settling in.
Apparently walking is also good.
I think that's good.
do like
Yeah.
a good
A lot of
walk
pra-
and discussion.
Yes.
That's because
Very
also,
helpful.
again, you're getting the endorphins. you're
Exactly.
getting these chemicals,
Outside,
yes.
Then
A lot of presidents would walk when they were negotiating because they felt like it was easier.
Oh.
Obama did that. JFK did that. They felt Clinton did that. They would walk along the East Wing, which is no longer
Trump just
there.
yells at
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, but the walking does help administer better negotiations.
And also allows your snipers to get a better view.
I know.
Yeah. We'll be walking around the East Wing corner in about 10 minutes. Just saying, fellas. All right, Michael Dean, what else we got?
Oh, how about some unpopular opinions?
Let's
Let's
do
do
this.
it.
Some UOs.
Some UOs. I still think that works.
It doesn't.
It's so bad. Okay, we're gonna start with, how about this? Lavish marriage proposals are for the insecure or the self-absorbed.
I don't agree with that. I think
do.
you do.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I think if it's clever, it's so. I don't need it
There's
to
an
be
difference between
lavish.
lavish and
Okay, you're right. I
clever.
prefer clever. I don't think you need
What,
like.
what is a clever marriage proposal?
Okay, here's one. There was this couple. Ooh.
Sorry.
At this they were at a falconry, okay, and a bird concert. What do you call it? A bird
A falcon?
Yeah, they were watching the falcons in a ring, and they were like, now some falcons can go to a certain person, and this falcon gets let go and goes up to this woman, lands on her, and there's in the beak or something is a rolled up piece of paper, and it's like, will you marry me?
But you have to reach in a falcon's mouth?
No, I think it's
Don't they like eat puppies with that mouth?
What, like, is this like a falconer? Like, how do you just
yeah,
ha-
you're at a falconer's ring,
Oh, but then you can just put it on
and then
their
they're on their
foot,
their
right?
foot.
Like rolled up piece of
parchment.
Parchment. Yeah.
Parchment.
What year was this story from?
It was really recent, and I know a lot of you saw it on Instagram. But I think clever, lavish is to me Kanye West with like the roses and that's a Kardashian thing, with the candles and the la, 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 la. I think clever's better than lavish.
Yes, and I'm gonna go against my own point because I do agree with you, but I was like, well, where is this coming from? I am from a certain age, certain demographic. I think that if you are even 10 years older than me, that means you grew up, even when you were driving around, you were listening to slow romantic songs. And it was like, when you find that lady, and like, so I think you were kind of taught and trained. Like when you do find her, you give her some roses, when you do step over that, you open her door.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of proposal, that kind of old school courting and courtship, it does mean something.
Courting
So-
is phenomenal, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
Don't forget courting.
Yeah. I think that that's easy. And I think that you see it a lot where people are like, especially with the internet dating, because people are going on so many more dates. There's a lot of people going Dutch, and a lot of people, I'll
It's
meet
like an interview.
I'll meet you there,
Yeah.
and not picking somebody up, not picking up the check,
Opening the car door.
It's a thing, and we can talk about feminism. We can talk about how things are in 2025, and I'm sure there are people that have different views, but I think the idea of this person is at least giving me the symbols that they're understanding they need to protect me.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have to hit every single one. You don't have to put the raincoat over the puddle, but like just showing like, hey,
Like, be on the right
when
side
you're
of the
with me, I
street.
got you.
Yeah, you're on the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When like a
100%.
man goes on the other side.
Yeah. You take the woman takes the inside, or of the sidewalk in case a car jumps the sidewalk.
Yeah, apparently it's from when carriages splash mud. The man would get the mud, and the woman would remain clean.
In my world, it's like you just bring your STD test with you so you can show the other person.
Look,
I'm just saying,
That's
like, the gay
sexy
man,
too.
like, right?
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
I'm totally joking.
That's
but...
a courtship.
Yeah.
STD.
Okay, you ready for another one?
Yes.
let's do it.
Hold on, I had a really good. Cereal at night is way better than cereal in the morning.
I agree.
I disagree.
Oh, I love a good
Cereal
at
at
night?
night.
Night is phenomenal.
Yeah, I don't like carbs. I don't like carbs in the morning. Carbs at night.
Really?
Yeah.
I just think it feels naughty, and you're like, ooh, ooh, cereal.
Really? Are you watching a porno while you eat it?
Okay, tea,
I know.
cooking, and now cereal.
No, but,
like you're into the food.
No, it's like Seinfeld. He always had, hi, honey, hi, love. I think cereal at night is just like, it just feels like a snack, a treat.
I know I'm going to get an old man comment from you, Tori, but I'll say it now. I will, for as much as I begrudge cereal, I will do some oatmeal at night.
Ooh.
I like, because it's warm and it sits in your stomach. It's
Oh
like
my God, you're
sleep,
100
a
years old.
sleeping blanket in your
Oh
tummy.
my God, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
By the way, I have a packet of oatmeal in my bag at this very moment.
Yes,
Yeah,
I eat oatmeal way too much.
What kind of oatmeal?
What kind of oatmeal? And do you dress it with things?
Oh, yeah. Like I'll take a spoonful of peanut butter and mix it in while it's hot.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's
That's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's nice and hearty.
I'm not eating very much these days.
Oh.
What do
You
you?
should try that.
I know. I have. That's why I have this.
But the peanut butter in it would be
Oh,
good.
God, no.
No, you barely. It doesn't taste weird.
Okay.
It really doesn't.
I got the maple and brown sugar kind.
That's fine.
All right.
There's a
Ugh,
kind that's like
turns
it's
my
100-calorie one. It's in a brown and black box at the grocery store. It's 100 calories. It's delicious, and it's one packet.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah, those you didn't like that?
I don't know. I can't eat it yet.
All right. Well,
I just carry it around in my purse.
that's really
my oatmeal purse.
You do have a survivor's purse. Like this is like how the government finds you after 9 months. We thought she was dead in that plane crash. No, she's been living off of Rice Krispie treats and crossword puzzles.
Oh man, the best.
All right, let's do one more.
This one is really controversial and it's kind of gross, but I'm curious what you guys have to say.
All right,
because this is well, okay, here you go. Picking your nose is the best feeling.
I think getting a scratch where it itches is like at your sock.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's really good.
it's very satisfying.
Very
to scratch an
satisfying,
itch.
yeah.
But have you ever noticed that if you have someone else scratch it, it's never as satisfying
No.
as
Well,
doing it
because they're
yourself?
way off with the
Yeah, they're
first one, and
way
then it's just
off.
somebody scratching you, and you're
Yeah.
like, no, up, further,
Left,
right,
left.
you're right.
My right.
Yeah, yeah. It's not.
Harder.
It's not fun, and people get frustrated. And you're like, I don't want to be scratching you anyway.
My mom would always, she was on a lot of drugs and almost like opiates. They give you itchies.
Oh,
And she'd want me to
so
scratch
itchy.
so much that she would like almost bleed.
Mhm.
It was sad. Sorry, I ended on that note.
Yeah.
that is really okay. We're gonna move on because
Okay.
people don't want to talk about picking their nose.
Okay.
Oh, this is another one.
I'll pick your nose, Winnie.
That's so gross.
Cheese and meat ruin salads.
I'd agree with that. I don't. Well, what kind of cheese? Because
I like
feta.
feta.
Feta, I'm here, but
I'm
like,
here
Yeah, I'm
for
full
feta.
feta.
I'm full
Good
feta.
I'm not
Greek
fe-
salad. I
I
love.
love a good feta.
Those Kalamata olives. I'm all about them.
Delicious.
I don't like meat in my salad anyway.
What is a meat? Can someone give me an
Like
example of meat?
chicken?
Yeah, like
I don't like meat in my
I-
in my salad. I agree.
yeah.
Caesar. You don't like that?
No,
Or like, have you ever been to like a
shrimp cob salad.
have you ever been to like a pizza joint and get their salads and they have like the
Pepperoni
like,
in there?
pepperoni
Yeah.
and all that
Oh,
other
I don't
stuff
want
in
that.
there?
What about a steak salad?
I do like a good steak salad.
I don't know.
I mean, if you're
With
gonna, if you want to
arugula
make
and
yourself
some
feel a little bit
drizzle.
better, it's
Yeah.
kind of just putting the steak and the the side part in your mouth at the same time, which I'm not mad at, and you do it like, hey, I had a salad too. It's a little bit of placebo effect,
Yeah.
so I'll do that. But if I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a steak, I'm gonna have a steak.
Yeah, right.
F it.
I have to
I
have.
Life
do
is
like a
short.
good steak.
I haven't had a steak
So-
or meat in so long.
You should. So I should take you with me with Costco because they had these little steaks that are like perfect for individual meals,
Oh.
and you just like they take. the-
Yes, they're called Forever Singles. It's dedicated.
I stake my life on it.
Yeah.
I'll find no one. But how do you
they're
cook
super,
that?
You just broil them.
Broil it.
Broil it.
No, you're gonna boil the flavor out, Michael.
Broil
What do you do?
What do you mean in the oven?
in the oven. You just
At the
turn
top?
turn the broiler on to like
No.
500. You stick
500.
it in
Here's
there.
how you make a steak, Michael D.
I
You
feel
do not
like-
need to
I'm
fry
gonna,
it.
I'm gonna change.
Remember when we got
I'm
in
gonna
a fight?
change your life.
Okay.
Here's how you make.
You're
a
gonna
steak.
hit it in the pan and then go to the oven.
Yes.
I know
You
exactly
get
what
an
you're doing.
iron skillet. You preheat it. 2 minutes on each side. 1 minute on the fatty side. The oven's preheated to 500.
500.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
put it in for 5 minutes.
Yep.
Pull it out, and then you wrap it in tinfoil for 4 minutes.
Let it rest.
Then let it rest and let it cook the rest in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect steak every single time.
You can also just do the broiling because it has the flames right on it.
Oh,
I don't
You know
actually
what I
know what
mean?
a broiler is.
I don't either.
So a broiler is the part of the oven that's the very top, and it's like a fire at the top, at least for mine.
Really?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you just stick
I
it like
never
2
knew
inches
what
below
broiled
that.
meant until
Like when I
just
made
now.
chicken pot pie, they said put it in the broiler to get the
Yeah,
top cut.
and so you do 5 minutes, and then you do like 3 minutes on the other
Oh,
side.
so you're doing the same thing.
You take it out, and it's like good to go. You
Yeah.
have it preheat to 500. It's pretty much the same thing,
Yeah.
except the great thing is it doesn't end up like smelling up the entire house like you do when you end up like
Yeah.
frying it.
Anything on the frying pan, your house is and your clothes are gone.
yeah.
I gotta say something. I have an electric stove and I've cooked nothing on it because I don't know how.
It's the
just
same
like a normal
thing.
stove.
No, it isn't. I tried to cook one egg and it got all gooey and funny.
It just cooks. They get hotter.
Yeah,
'cause
they
it's
do get
electricity.
hotter.
Oh.
So like you just gotta watch a little bit more. Just probably an egg with like 30 seconds on each side, if that.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't walk away from it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gotta be. It's in it. It's almost
What do
cooked when
mean
it touches
It
it.
got gooey.
Yeah.
Like what does
And
that mean?
stuck and like
Oh well,
Yeah, well, you don't give up. You
I
just-
gave up.
are you using a nonstick pan?
Yeah, and I put Pam and I don't understand. I like gas.
olive oil. for
Yeah.
I like
my
olive.
eggs.
Yeah, I like olive oil a lot too.
Way to bully her off of her Pam. She's like, I like Pam. He's like
Pam.
olive oil. I like olive oil.
Is it Pam olive oil?
No,
No.
it's like some weird chemicals.
That's
Oh,
fun.
is
It's
Yeah.
like
it?
it's like
Cooking
graffiti
spray.
for cooking spray. Yeah, just like use some oil. You're
Yeah.
good. And
It'll-
speaking of good, we're glad that y'all came
Oh
here.
boy.
We're better than good. We're ecstatic. So Michael Dean, we expect to hear how the party was this weekend. Tori, can't wait to hear about San Francisco
The
and
Bay.
karaoke.
Yep.
I mean, you have to fly to San Francisco if you want to do karaoke. Where else do they have instrumentals? Guys, I've been Al Jackson. On behalf of Dude IDK Studios, I'd like to say night owls.
Hoot hoot.